Twilight Golfer.
On Twilight Golfer, Grant.
The Twilight Golfer himself, you better believe it, it's your boy here.
Because on this golf vlog, we're headed just over the bridge from Philadelphia to RiverWinds Golf Club, another Jaworski course, and he's collecting all of them there outside of Philly. So let's zoom on in to this course we've been trying to play for a while, but the price is a little expensive. Asking the main question of, is this course worth it? Walking through each one of the 18 holes here, over 7,000 yards, and you check in, you think you got this big old clubhouse coming in that you just can't miss, but that's not the case. They haven't built it yet, so there's more of a rec center, as you can see right here.
Here at RiverWinds Golf Club. I tell you what, you can actually see the skyline there from Philadelphia. That's pretty cool. You don't really get golf courses like that, at least public ones.
Jaworski's pulling out all the stops on this probably top of the line course that he has, RiverWinds. You can see right off the bat, a great place to eat too.
Alright, so far this golf course has some sort of taco truck, maybe? Some sort of food truck. I like the sound of that. I've never seen it.
First being built in 2002 in association with the RiverWinds Community Center across the street, and you can't miss that. This course has an interesting history on where it's at right now, and I tell you what, for $140 to play it, it might be well worth it. It's one of the nicest courses I've played in the South Jersey area, and we're going to look at each one of those holes, be true to the tee box because they get a lot of play here, and the course still remains in excellent shape in my opinion. Now you can walk the course, but for riding it, it's typically right around the same price. They do have some youth rates, so shout out to Ron Jaworski for really dropping that price down and getting the young folks out there and excited about golf, because right now the price of golf is just too expensive. You can't spend $150 at that age, in college and things like that, high school. So huge shout out to Jaworski as he continues to do things that just needed to be done in the golf game. Course was built by Ed Sheeran in association with Ed Sheeran Golf Design. It also was shaped by golf expert architect Pete Fazio. These big hitters in the golf design industry, and also with the skyline views of Philadelphia, it really brings a original world-class golf course here to the outskirts of Philadelphia. Even though it's in New Jersey, it's not that far. If you're putting a bachelor party, anything like that, you might have clicked on this to take a look at the course. It's well worth it. Located in West Deptford, New Jersey, just not that far from Rowan, and another course, Westwood. Here we are at RiverWinds Golf Club, and then they call it the Ron Jaworski course, RiverWinds. Right off the title, you can't miss that. It's a par 72, and you could see it. Everything about this course is a $100 bill to play it, in my opinion. Being built again in 2002, it's still kind of forming into itself with over almost 30 years of play. Its golf season runs from March to November, but rest assured you can play here all the time, and it drops down pretty much to a decent price in the winter time. But with those hailing winds off of the Delaware River, boy, things can get kind of cold out here. I love this course. There's so much bird activity and Canadian geese flying all over the place, and you can still see the city right from most of the holes on the back nine. Course respects a good golf now deal, and just looking for tomorrow and Tuesday, Wednesday, days of the week, you're dropping down to $65 in the summertime. That's prime rates, so you could get some good rates here. You just got to hold off well with a cart. If you're walking, they look like they do have some deals with walking. It was kind of unclear. You might even have to talk in with the pro shop about it. There wasn't much of a deal, but you could save a few bucks, maybe $5 to walk it, and then you have the freedom of walking it, which I think you kind of want to walk this course. It's a good exercise course. It's long, but they don't recommend walking it because the separation from the clubhouse to the first hole is significant. It's almost comical in my opinion, but they are changing that. They're putting a new clubhouse on some of these holes as you walk in right over the street there. I don't know when they're building that. They've been talking about that for 3 years now. I have an idea of the price range when coming out to this course, and if you're playing on the weekend, book in advance. It gets packed, and as it should be. It's a well-groomed golf course that is outside of a big city, and you know what? You're gonna have a lot of people out there. And most importantly, when people search this golf course, they typically see good things. Like on Golf Now with a 4.3, that's good. And just crossing over some of the bridges on this hole, it feels almost like a private golf course if there's not many people out here if you were playing by yourself. Now, we played kind of during the twilight, right, so we didn't get the best footage for the course, but rest assured, if you go out here in comparison to other courses in the area like Westwood, that's probably half the price. You're getting half the golf course too. When you move the rating over to other apps like Golf Pass, you're looking at a 4.3, and on Facebook it drops down to a 3.8. They do, weddings and other things of that nature. I believe at this golf course, they're going to have that new clubhouse within the next, I would think, 5 years. I would hope, because that separation from that first clubhouse to the next one it's a little unbearable for walkers. But you know what? They don't push walkers out here, and not trying to. Sometimes you just got to find something wrong with the golf course, to be honest with the customers, right? So that's all we're doing out here. We're coming out here as an independent golf channel, and we're trying to show you some of the real footage of that golf course. That's it. Whether it has good views of the city or not, personally, I think as we update our cameras on our end, on the next video, you're going to see right off the bat that the footage here, when you go here, and the skyline is right there in the background. You're not missing that skyline at all. So it's well worth the idea of playing some Philly golf. And you got other golf courses north of Philly that you could play, but nothing is in comparison to a beautiful skyline like this. And that's what you're paying for here at RiverWinds. And I'm so excited that Jaworski took the keys from this, because it wasn't doing too well. They were moving into bankruptcy. They were talking about building a bunch of houses out here. There's just a lot of confusion. The township, I believed, owned the golf course from my reading of the articles on it, and then Jaworski was one of the main bidders, and as he should be. And we kind of, on this channel, we shot down Jaworski a few times, and that's because you go in, you get a Gatorade at 450. All these things start adding up, but he does do a great job with supporting the youth golf. Personally, I've checked him in at the hotel that I've worked at for many years, and he wasn't the nicest person. So I hope that has changed. But he was just, I'll be honest with you, that's what we do here. We're just trying to be an honest, sincere golf channel. I'm not saying he stiffed us. It just maybe. He pulled in his car. We valeted his car for him, and we weren't we were excited to see him, but maybe he wasn't that excited to see us, and that's fine. That's that's the type of customer service industry that some of us, as we're watching this, we live in that world, right? Back 9 of this, and you can see right on this par 3, I sprayed one right into the water, throw away a good opportunity for probably one of the coolest birdies I've ever had. And that's the type of golf course it is. You could really have some good putts. We ended up playing with some fun folks out there. Shout out to them, and just putting up with us as we climb the ladder here of the YouTube's channels that are just being demolished with golf content. We're just trying to keep up. We've been doing this for 3 years. We got 132 now, 133 golf vlogs, and as we continue, just subscribe along, because we're just trying to be an honest golf channel without too many people in our ear in regards to telling us what we need to do in regards to our swing. Just go out there and swing that golf club. If you're playing once a week, just get out here. If you play in this course, I tell you what, there's nothing wrong with some twilight golf here. They don't close the gates. You can go out, you can play until it gets dark, and then just get the heck out of there, and that's one of the highlights of this channel, is just playing until it gets dark, until the lights are off, and that's what this is all about. Keep a lookout. We're going to give this one an 8-1.